Ah, yes, blame. Let's talk about it. This is a very common, unfortunate victim blaming viewpoint that people have when it comes to abuse. The thing is, I'm not big on blame. Sitting here obsessing over who's to blame and being like, oh, it was all just one person, blah, 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 it doesn't help anyone. It also doesn't help anyone to be like, well, it was both people. Because here's the thing. Was my abuser just like an abuser for no reason? No, they probably experienced a lot of childhood neglect, a lot of this, a lot of that. So did their mom, probably. So did their grandma, probably. So it's all handed down, right? So who's to blame there? Same with a lot of abuse survivors. Childhood emotional neglect, trauma from their parents, from their parents, from their parents, from their parents. So who's to blame? How far back are we going to dig here? At the same time, with all these people with all this trauma, there's one person doing the abuse. There's one person with the power. There's one person with the control. There's one person with the bad intentions. And there's one person who's along for the ride. So, do abuse victims and survivors become toxic when they're in these relationships? Absolutely. Was I toxic AF? Yes. Do I recognize myself who I was back then? Absolutely not. Have I repeated that sense? Will I repeat sense? Hell no. Yes, it is possible that both people are toxic when abuse is happening. It is very important for survivors to heal, to look back on their trauma, to learn the signs of abuse. But saying both people are toxic, again, is victim shaming. At the end of the day, survivors can do everything they can to accept their past traumas, to heal, to educate themselves on abuse and what it looks like so that it never happens to them again. But that doesn't take away from the fact that the abuse happened, that the abuser abused.